Hi. I'm Peter Burr.
And I'm Porpentine Charity Hardscape.
The first time we met in person was actually 4 months ago at the Creative Capital Orientation. The second time was at Sundance a couple months ago, and this is our third time meeting in real life. We've been collaborating in virtual space, though, for a bit over a year now.
We have established solo careers, and we're coming together to squish together the combined strengths of our fields. So, a bit about ourselves. I'm a game designer, writer, new media artist, trash woman, etc.
And I'm an artist working in video, installation, and the soothing nature of heavy strobe light. Aria End, our Creative Capital supported project, is a video game surrounded by a series of films, installations, and VR experiences.
So, the protagonist of Aria End is a trans woman with cyborg intestines who explores this abandoned subterranean utopia, and she's a custodian there. And we want to explore cutting-edge health themes like fecal transplants and serotonin regulation and gender dysphoria and sick architecture.
In my individual practice, I want to capture how emotions bleed through environments and warp our memory of them. You'll find this at the center of Aria End as we get lost in an abandoned dirt scraper, a building that seems sick the way that bodies get sick. I'm excited to be carving out these spaces with Porpentine, who brings her writing, game design, and unique perspective to this world.
So one of my most well-received games is With Those We Love Alive, a dark fantasy hypertext where you draw on your body at key parts of the story. Thousands of people have posted their body art to Twitter and Tumblr and Instagram over the years, and they continue to do so. And I would like to bring that slow, intimate, meditative burn to Aria End, from text to 3D space. Psychonymph Exile is a multimedia project commissioned by Rhizome. It's this experimental novella surrounded by games and stickers. It explores the idea of an intestinal internet and probiotic-induced virtual reality. I'm interested in how we carry psychic damage in the gut and how we're told to ignore our gut. Moving away from this sterile, vague view of mental health into the explicit and visceral.
Last year, Porpentine and I realized our first collaboration, an immersive video piece called Cave Exits, commissioned by Images Festival and funded by NIFA. Viewers step inside and these 4 screens surround them. To process all incoming information in a single sitting, they have to choose where to direct their attention to pull out their own lines of our story.
We're fascinated by zones which have their own sets of rules, pockets of architectural strangeness, and mutant physics and dream logic. Because in the opposite of the zone, in the zone, the opposite of survival is not death, it is change. Now, to bring this zone to life, Peter draws on his incredible visual skills, transporting the player to a world where static storms conceal hidden beauty.
This is a world of butterfly lanterns, walls flickering with projections of giant phantasmal wings. A world of seasonal affective disorder lamps like artificial suns, a false horizon around every corner. A world where fractal minerals ooze like alien tar, containing uncertain degrees of contamination. This is a place for lost, expendable people.
We are going to depict Aria's relationships with the artificial intelligences and sublime landscapes of the zone, showing women interacting intimately with technology and wilderness. After my personal experiences with things like homelessness and a cult, I want to write a feminine character who lives outside the world with intensity and richness. So, you can see, the game's menu and interface is Aria's surgically enhanced smart gut. Because the gut is a second mind containing over 100 million neurons. It influences our emotions and has its own forms of mental illness.
Aria End will be released to a wide audience as a video game for PC. We're also developing episodes of this story as installations to create a social space for games, kind of like a movie theater.
We recently brought this project to Sundance's New Frontiers Story Lab, and we are working at 3LD in New York to release a VR episode of Aria End for Google Cardboard in conjunction with Rhizome.
Porpentine and I live on opposite coasts, so after this retreat, we don't know when we're actually going to be able to reconvene next. So we're seeking residencies and studio opportunities to address the production of Aria End together in real life.
We are looking for fearless patrons interested in new approaches to interactive storytelling.
We're building this project episodically, and after this upcoming fall production period, we are going to be looking for exhibition opportunities for the next installment.
So why is Aria End important? Aria End will single-handedly cure all mental illness and all disease. Don't forget. But also we kind of want to tell this hypnotic, sexy, disgusting story about sick architecture and alienated women, powered by the fusion of cinema, literature, and game.
We hope this strange, beautiful world will infect people and linger long after they've escaped it. Thank you for your time.